Hello, it is I, Miss Sarah Jean, on my lunch break at work, chilling at a park. It's super hot. Yeah, today I wanted to talk about patterns and the law of attraction and how Oprah says it's not the only law, people. Don't get super caught up in it. And how when patterns keep popping up in our lives, it doesn't necessarily mean we're obtuse or cynical, that we're attracting negativity. Get this, maybe it means we have more potential for learning than others, and that we are not limited by needing a free and easy, chill life, that we are capable of facing adversity and coming out on top. So, first things first, patterns. So my poor little ankle, I have heard it again. This is like the fucking I sprained it 6 months ago. I like jammed it to where it's like getting really swollen and bruised last night. And then 2 years ago, I really sprained it severely. It's the same foot. And I really think it's a spiritual thing. Like, the first time I sprained it was kind of close to when my sister passed away, and I had started dating this guy who was a really good dude, and it was the beginning of a relationship, and he left, went on vacation for a week or two, and I think I went back to that place of feeling abandoned. When my sister passed, it coincided with a dude abandoning me and treating me shittily, so those two stories are intertwined. So that happened, and I kind of knew it had something to do with Bonnie the first time I sprained my ankle. And then the second time I sprained my ankle was on her death day. I shit you not. It was November 26th, the anniversary of her death, and I sprained it again. And then I hurt my foot just on July 3rd, again, the same ankle, when it was right the day after my birthday, and my family came up and they left. And I think it was again that feeling of people are leaving me. The left foot in Reiki and other modalities of healing, the left side is the feminine side. And I really believe it's me healing the pain of losing my sister, and also settling into knowing that I can be loved consistently, and that I deserve to be loved consistently, and that it's possible. It's very possible for that to happen. People are walking by. So yes, that brings me to the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is a beautiful thing, but I've had mixed feelings about it for a long time, because I think it can put people into like a positivity spiral, like a performative positivity spiral, in which they don't address their true feelings and just try and put a smiling Band-Aid on their mouth. When it's like, no, you can wade through the muck while not drowning in it, right? And I was watching this interview with Oprah, who, is a huge proponent of the law of attraction, but she said the one flaw she sees in how it was presented to the public was that it was presented as the only law. And she's like, that the law of attraction is not the be-all, end-all reason of why things do or don't happen. There are many other factors, socioeconomic factors, racial factors, gender-based factors. But even beyond that, not as, there are still other spiritual laws that don't tie in with, karma and the law of attraction are different. You know what I'm saying? So then it kind of got me thinking, all right, so I have this, this painful pattern that keeps popping into my life, that manifests physically, staying true in the understanding that consistent, unconditional love is possible, that people showing up for me, being there, hello humans, people being there for me consistently is a real and attainable goal that I already have. I also need to remember to be grateful for that. I already have it. It's so in my life already. But maybe it's like, I'm not doing something wrong because this pattern keeps popping up, right? Like, it's not that I am dim-witted or that I am super pessimistic, so I'm calling this back into my life. It's not that. It's, my life is different than other people's. And I am being asked to learn a very difficult lesson, especially under the circumstances that I was given. Maybe this knowing that you can be consistently loved is something that would come easy to a person who didn't experience all the things that I have, but it's hard for me to know and trust that someone will show up for life. But I already have so many people who do. And it's like that, you know, learning to thrive in a harsh environment. I mean, I'm a fucking cactus, y'all. Like, I'm learning how to be a cactus. And I can withstand things that other plants can't. So when you see these lessons popping up over and over, don't be disheartened, right? They're probably fucking hard lessons, and other people might not have those lessons pop up for them because they weren't meant to learn as much in this lifetime. They might not have the same capacity for spiritual growth that you do. So, you know, the old phrase, God only gives you as much as you can handle. Well, if you're being thrown a lot, then that's a compliment, right? They're like, okay, well, you can stuff a few more lessons into this lifetime. I believe it. Like, you can do it. So right now, I'm in a lot of physical pain. I'm in a lot of emotional pain. But at the end of the day, it's a compliment, right? It's a compliment from Spirit or God or a higher power or whoever, because it sees potential in me. It understands that I have the intelligence to interpret and use this pain for good. Yeah, and it's not going to be like this my whole life, and I really do feel like I'm approaching smooth sailing for a bit. Yeah, this isn't permanent, and in its own way, it's a gift, right? But on the same note, it's like, then I get freaking annoyed when people are like, oh, like, we should be thankful for the abuse we have to endure, which my ankle is not like abuse, it is a totally different thing. But it's like, we also don't need to, sometimes shitty things can happen, we can be pissed about them, and we don't need to be like, oh, I'm so thankful, but different tangent for a different time. Okay, I love you. You are loved, you are important, and caterpillars will climb to the stars only to learn, hey, it's too spicy up here, I want to go back home.